Hello everyone, and now welcome to game 2 in this series. So far, Focus has a 1-0 lead here as we move on to Echo Isle. Echo Isle, a map with only 2 spawning locations. You automatically know where your opponent is, and with only 1 extra base. Now, if I saw a human player on this map, I would definitely give them a slight edge. In terms of a Night Elf versus Orc matchup, I'm not quite sure who to give the edge to. And I think it's pretty much a neutral map for both of these players. There's no fountains of health. There's nothing of that nature. There is a tavern in the center of the map as well, so it does give Night Elf players the option to go Beastmaster and Goblin Tinker as their second and third hero. So perhaps Night Elf players have a little bit of an advantage there. So far, barracks is being constructed, Altar of Storms, and you can also see an Orc Burrow being added. We are most likely going into a Blade Master versus Demon Hunter matchup. There is that Demon Hunter now. We saw that Blade Master moments ago, and it looks like we are going to be creeping out this mercenary camp. Now, Focus has 2 options on how to open up the game. He can either train up the Blade Master, get an early grunt, and attempt to clear out this creep camp here, getting hopefully either a Gloves of Haste, Claws of Attack +6, Circlet of Nobility, or Slippers of Agility off of this particular creep camp. And most likely, I believe the other items are the other +3 items and a Ring of Protection +2. A Ring of Protection +2, perhaps the least favorable out of the items besides Mantle of Intelligence or Gauntlets of Ogre Strength, as we're now already looking into some early creeping action. It looks like a peon is going to be making its way over, and what are we going to be having here? You can see this Ancient of War is getting repaired a lot. The archer ran around in a full circle around this entire tree camp here, and oh, what is this? The Renegade Wizard looks like it could get taken down. And was it taken down by the peon? Oh my goodness. No, what was it taken? No, it was taken down by the tree. The tree took out the Renegade Wizard, and now that means that that Demon Hunter does not have any experience from that one unit. That is a horrible fall behind there. As you can see now, Moon is not going to get to level 2 off of this creep camp. This is a huge mistake by Moon. Moon is going to be just shy and now going to be forced to creep another creep camp in order to get to level 2. A lot of experience lost right there, and you cannot be making these types of mistakes this early in the game. Blade Master now heading off, gonna go ahead and take down this Ogre Warrior. That is a very smart decision. You do not want to give that Blade Master that many good items, as the Blade Master, what did he do? He checked the shop there to see if there was anything good. Didn't see anything, and now moved along his merry way. Demon Hunter picks up a Claws of Attack +6. Very nice item for him. Troll Shadow Priest, though, takes a Windwalk Strike. Gonna take another one, and that Blade Master, one of the reasons why that Blade Master is so strong is because of the cooldown on Windwalk. You would never see a Death Knight or a Death Knight or a Mountain King be able to get double Stormbolt or double Death Coils off. However, the way Windwalk works, it allows a Blade Master to hit with a Windwalk Strike and then immediately Windwalk again and hit with another, because of the cooldown. That is a very long delay, and that double hit does cause a little bit of envy amongst some of the others. As you can see now, oh, what is this? A Forest Troll Berserker going to get taken down here. It is now trying to make its way off to the north at 199 200 hit points, and it looks like it is going to get sliced and diced from behind if not careful. However, we are going to see the Grunt now come in, and oh, is it going to make its way through? This could be potentially bad. There's the Staff of Teleportation, and it looks like, yes, another huge play by Focus to take an even larger advantage. Level 2 already on that Blade Master, level 2 on the Demon Hunter. We do have that Staff of Teleportation already in, but no Boots of Speed, as Moon needs to figure out how to get back into this game. He has lost more units. He is a bit behind, but he is already 2/3, almost 3/4 of the way to tier 2. Same thing for his opponent. Demon Hunter is right over here. What is going to be happening? He is now trying to take down this Ogre Magi and doing his best impersonation of a Blade Master. All right, let's take a look at this. The Ogre Magi here looks like it is going to get taken down rather easily. Claws of Attack +6 again. He has 2 Claws of Attack +6, making that Demon Hunter a rather nasty hero. plus 12 damage. That is at least a 50 or at most a 50% damage bonus from, I believe, 25 to 25 to 37 damage. Nicely placed there as the Demon Hunter now comes in for an engagement. All right, Blade Master versus Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter pretty much with that huge advantage there. Pure Up of Vitality dropped in order to heal back up off of the Moonwell and then place back down. And surprisingly, Moon, or I guess not surprisingly, Moon is doing a great job here. As you can see that there is a Wisp hiding off to the side. We could see a Staff of Teleportation come in onto that one Wisp, and that Demon Hunter would just be able to run amok inside. All right, there's the Bestiary already. There is the Spirit Lodge. Altar of Storms already being placed down. Is the Demon Hunter just going to teleport his way over? No, he is not going to teleport his way over. What is going on here? I do not quite know. And there is the engagement now teleporting to a Quill Beast, and there is the attacks now attempting to take down this Bestiary before it gets up. That is important. I believe there's another Quill Beast, yes, in the back there. The Demon Hunter and the Blade Master going toe-to-toe, so to speak, and the Blade Master is stuck between a rock and a hard place. The Blade Master going to get taken down. There it goes. And now what is going to be happening next? The Demon Hunter needs to back off. Does it have a way to heal? It's still taking those spears. And now it looks as though the Spirit Lodge is taking a good amount of damage as well. We can see 3 Quill Beast grunts now trying to come in and engage. All right, the one Archer is going to get taken down. Is it going to take down this Spirit Lodge? Trying to get the shots off. It looks as though the Spirit Lodge down to 60 hit points. And it looks like it will just survive. There is still a Wisp off over here. And is it going to fall down to 20 hit points? Down to 20 hit points still. It looks like it is going to survive just enough, trying to just not give any experience. And no, it does end up giving experience as the peons all unload out of those orc burrows. All right, a little bit of a touchy situation there. And oh, the Wisp is right there. Are we going to perhaps see? Yes, the Spirit Lodge is done. It is being repaired though. And because it is being repaired, oh, out of lumber. Currently it was out of lumber, now trying to repair that Spirit Lodge again. The Beastmaster is now using that the Clarity Potion, and we are going to be seeing a little bit more creeping action coming down. Renegade Wizard will fall here as we take a look at what the strategies are going to unfold. We are already taking the Tree of Eternity, the second Ancient of Wind, currently being added as well. We should be getting into Mastery training in just a moment, and we all saw how important Cyclone is. In addition, I do expect a Goblin Tinker to be added to the army to try to round it out, as we're looking at a level 2 Blade Master and a level 2 Shadow Hunter working together. That is perhaps one of the scariest propositions. The problem with the Shadow Hunter, though, is the Druids of the Talon are only going to be countered by Raiders. By only getting countered by Raiders, it's going to be difficult to take them all down. You really need Shockwave to do anything else. The Hex, however, does give a bit of an advantage when trying to deal with heroes. There is an Ensnare onto a Beastmaster. You can see there's the Mana Burn, and is that Beastmaster going to get away in time? The Demon Hunter is going to try and engage. There's a Mana Burn onto the Shadow Hunter there, and it looks as though the Beastmaster is still on the run with nowhere really to go. Beastmaster falls at level 1 there, and now the Demon Hunter trying to get away. Are we going to see a Hex? No Hex in time, as the Shadow Hunter was out of mana. Demon Hunter quickly going to be rejuvenating all of those hit points, perhaps even selling a Wand of Illusion. No real reason for it at all. Perhaps opening up to an Orb of Venom. That would be my guess. What did he know? Sold the Scroll of the Beast to get the Orb of Venom. Still has the Wand of Illusion, perhaps hoping to tank a little bit of damage there, as now the Blade Master and the Shadow Hunter working together to try and level up still. A little bit of a downside for Moon. Moon now being forced to creep out green creep camps, and that is not what he wants to be doing, especially when his opponent is creeping down yellow creep camps. All right, Quill Beast may give level 3 to the Blade Master. No, just shy 4 experience, as the Blade Master, Shadow Hunter now wandering around still. Spirit Walker and all of the orc units do have that backpack upgrade, and I am still keeping track of this Wisp, wondering if anything is going to come of it, as this Wisp right now still wandering around here. Alright, Scroll of Healing has been purchased by the Blade Master, and this is important with Spirit Link, because you're going to be spreading around all of that damage, it is very difficult, near impossible, to try to focus down any units. You can see lots of Druids of the Talon. Some of them were poisoned right there. You can see that damage over time. Staff of Preservation bringing back the Demon Hunter all the way back home. He is now ready to make his way back out once more. Another Claws of Attack. That is absolutely scary. Plus 23 damage on that Demon Hunter with a very fast attack rate, and Orb of Venom, which gives him range. This is going to be potentially game-changing as we are now looking into the fight here. The Demon Hunter, with that many attacks, could in fact go toe-to-toe against a Blade Master. He is in fact dealing his damage is more than or base damage is about almost double than what his opponent is. 51 base damage compared to 29. As you can see, the Cyclone now bringing up. All right, there is that Orb of Venom now coming into play. There's that Cyclone as well. Goblin Tinker getting into a little bit of a dangerous situation. Remove the Blade Master, remove the damage. And what is happening next? Both sides still continuing that fight. Are we going to see another disenchant? All right, there's another Cyclone. That Blade Master, or the Demon Hunter, still trying to engage here, still trying to fight. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability should be used rather quickly. Very low on hit points, down to 77. Staff of Preservation saves it. And now, are we going to see an attack onto the Grunt here? There is the Pocket Factory. There goes a Grunt. Another Grunt may get taken down. There it goes. Tinker now pretty much ensnared. He's going to get caught in a little bit of trouble there as the Quill Beast, Demon Hunter, quickly gets ensnared on the way in. And what's going to be happening? All right, there's the engagement. All right, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability could be used. No, yes, there it is. Blade Master and Demon Hunter, both sides are engaging. Blade Master going after the Druids of the Talon. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter, sitting at 200 hit points, may end up falling. Staff of Preservation not coming in time. And the Demon Hunter does have a Scroll of Town Portal and saves it at 4 hit points. Oh my goodness, 4 hit points just in time. As all of the units are currently up in the air, they are going to be landing here in just a second. That Demon Hunter, wow, very low on hit points. Is there a Pure Up of Vitality? Nowhere to be found. So he must have sold the Pure Up of Vitality. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability now being purchased onto the Blade Master. Here, what did the Demon Hunter, or Blade Master... what did he pick up? The Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, yes, and the Scroll of Healing. Shadow Hunter does not have any healing going on, and now Focus is perhaps losing a little bit of focus, trying to figure out how he is losing this game, how he is letting this slip away from him when he clearly had the advantage just 5 or 3 minutes ago. Moon now looking to creep out an orange creep camp. You can see the Goblin Tinker with a Clarity Potion making its way down. Demon Hunter sitting very, very low on hit points. Needs the way to heal back up a bit more. Sitting at level 3. You can see the Moonwells are all over here. You do not have the upgraded Moonwells, unfortunately, for that Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter now back up to full hit points again, and looking to make a bit more damage once again. So far, Goblin Tinker now at level 2. Staff of Preservation. This illusion has absorbed a bit of damage as the Beastmaster now heads back home. Is he going to pick up a Clarity Potion? Yes, he will. No Moonwells, though, for him to really drink from. That Demon Hunter sitting at level 3, looking to perhaps clear out more of the map here. You can see the Nightcrawler. This does drop a tier 2 tome, which is either a Tome of Experience or a +2 tome. It is going to be +2 agility. Quickly picking that up on the Goblin Tinker. No real advantage, as what is this? He buys a Claws of Attack +6. Alright, so Claws of Attack +6 on Mikasa to try and increase that damage. Always very important. Still no Orb of Lightning on that Blade Master, though, even though that'd be very, very helpful to deal with some of these summons. Alright, Demon Hunter now coming in. Are we going to see a Mana Burn? Yes, we are. There's the Ensnare. Potion of Healing is on that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now trying to engage, fighting its way through, completely surrounded. There's the Potion of Healing again. Now trying to Cyclone things up and away. There is another Cyclone. No. Is he going to be able to make it way out? It looks as though, oh no, Hex onto the Demon Hunter as it gets taken down. Meanwhile, we have a Fairy Dragon now coming into play. The Druids of the Talon need to focus down all of those Grunts, but I think all of the Grunts are pretty much gone right now, as the Ancient of War gets up to join in on the fight. Beastmaster now ensnared, but not going to get engaged seriously, as we can see that this illusion not really getting taunted down. There is the what's it called, the ensnare. There's a disenchant. A Voodoo Lounge now being built down here, as we do see some peons, but they are not sharing any Spirit Link. That is very important. By not sharing Spirit Link, the Scrolls of Healing are not going to be nearly as effective, as the Blade Master is now back up in the air. Druids of the Talon causing problems all over the place. Are we going to perhaps see some more damage being focused down onto some of those other units? Blade Master comes in. You can see the Goblin Tinker now up to level 3, picks up the Blade Master once more with the Cyclone, and the Goblin Tinker now trying to run all the way back. Level 4 now on the Shadow Hunter. Spirit Link all along the back here, as we can now have the Voodoo Lounge, who is taking a lot of damage. Peon is going to get taken down here. Quill Beast, Clockwork Goblins even suiciding themselves off over to the top here, as we're looking at perhaps the Goblin Tinker looking to get more mana. He should be able to get off a Clarity Potion here in just a moment. Potion of Healing onto, I believe, that Goblin Tinker. That Goblin Tinker now ready for another fight. There is the Pocket Factory. Change the rally point to that Voodoo Lounge, as the Druids of the Talon with that 11 to 13 damage is going to start to add up very, very quickly. Mass numbers really showing how much damage can be done, as you're looking at all of this damage adding up over time. There is the Ensnare, though. Another Druid of the Talon will get taken down. 165 point critical strike. And we are looking at all these units walking away. The Clockwork Goblins attempting to slowly take down this Voodoo Lounge. 12 to 14 damage per attack, and they also deals damage when it dies. Demon Hunter is about to pop back out, and this is going to be a bad day for Focus, as that army is going to be back here. Meanwhile, we do have a Tree of Life entangling this gold mine down over here. That may come as a bit of a surprise, as the economic advantage is really going to add up. Demon Hunter may try to get off a mana burn onto the Shadow Hunter in just a moment. Shadow Hunter does have some mana, quickly lifted back up into the air, disenchanted back down, and now the Blade Master is once more in the air again. So far, this is not looking good. The Demon Hunter going after those Raiders. Mana burn onto the Blade Master. Blade Master quickly gets a healing wave to stay alive, and now we're going to see the Voodoo Lounge fall once more. Alright, Peons are low on hit points. 7 hit points on one of them. They're now attempting to run away. Clockwork Goblins are all just going to pretty much die off over here. Druids of the Talon need to get more mana if possible. No real way to get mana for them, as we're looking at, yes, an entangled gold mine down here, and wow, Focus says GG after realizing his opponent has an economic advantage. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 2. Moon really shining here, getting a little bit lucky, but setting up an expansion and taking the victory. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.